Engaging the hard-to-reach student. Some students are harder to reach than others. In blended and online learning, this presents unique challenges, but also new possibilities. A variety of factors influence student engagement in online environments. Students might face challenges when learning from their home environment, such as internet issues, a poor physical workspace, insufficient learning resources, or uninvited interruptions by friends, siblings, or adults in their environment. Academic factors can also affect student engagement. It is harder to engage students in learning new content when they have deficits in prior knowledge or preconceived notions about learning. Also, students may not engage as much as expected when they feel that their interests are not considered. They are given no choice on their learning process, learning is not challenging for them, or they do not receive timely, constructive feedback from teachers. While some challenges are outside of teachers' control, several strategies can be put in place to engage students who are unmotivated because of academic, communication, and relationship factors. Teachers can build an online environment in which students feel confident to try, comfortable to make errors, and are excited to learn. To create this type of online learning environment, students must be affirmed in their accomplishments, receive constructive feedback, have equal opportunities to participate in class activities, have a healthy relationship with their teacher, and feel accepted and respected. Academic challenges can be minimized by being intentional in preparing and delivering lessons and learning material. Consistently assessing students' understanding of the content can help teachers identify learning gaps and provide necessary and timely support for students. To improve communication with students, teachers need to maintain meaningful and frequent contact with students and families and provide clear instructions for when and how to contact them regarding students' academic needs. Teacher-student and teacher-family relationship problems can be decreased by being empathetic, authentic, and intentional, building trust and responsiveness. Several strategies can help create and maintain intentional interactions by increasing touch points with hard-to-reach students. One strategy is to utilize a system for calling on students during synchronous video conferencing. For example, student names can be written on wooden craft sticks or on cards and then randomly chosen from the stack to randomly garner student responses. There are also different digital tools that serve the same purpose, such as Classroom Screen and Class Tools. It is also beneficial to record which students have been called on and how frequently they are called on to ensure intentional interaction and engagement with all students. For calling on students randomly to lead to increased engagement among hard-to-reach students, it is important to have already created a safe environment in which every idea is discussed with respect and making errors and corrections are embraced. Another strategy for engaging the hard-to-reach student is having live, synchronous, whole group, and small group discussions. A way to expand discussion time during live video conferencing is to assign pre-recorded direct instruction to be completed before video conferencing sessions. With the direct instruction taking place asynchronously before the video conferencing sessions, more time during the video conference session can be allotted for discussion. This allows for the inclusion of using breakout rooms for small group discussion. Additionally, teachers can promote increased engagement by providing opportunities for students to take ownership of their learning, asking them to present questions for discussion about the topic they are learning about. Utilizing discussion as a form of engagement can also be conducted asynchronously. through written or video discussion boards. To engage the hard-to-reach student, it is important to give equal attention to all students, frequently replying and making comments on students' posts. It is vital for students to see that their teacher is interacting with all students, which implies a supportive and inclusive online environment. To develop different forms of discussion skills and promote student choices and responses, teachers can create activities that allow students to answer questions using text, audio, video, or even drawings. Relationships are an essential factor in engaging the hard-to-reach student, but can be very challenging in online environments. A key element of maintaining positive relationships is communication with students and their families. If communication is sparse, poor, or not empathetic, students are more likely to disengage, and families will not know how to support their children and promote engagement in the learning process. Increasing interactions with students and parents is crucial to engaging the hard-to-reach student. Interactions might include sending affirming and encouraging communication and feedback to students and families, or utilizing an informational email newsletter for families to keep them engaged in the learning process. Engaging the hard-to-reach student is challenging. However, when teachers intentionally take steps to increase touch points with students and families and create online environments in which students are genuinely seen and heard, there is a greater chance that the hard-to-reach student will engage with the learning process. Additional resources for engaging the hard-to-reach student are available on this webpage. Resources include a printable summary, related examples, articles, blogs, infographics, and videos, and links to other related blended and online teaching hub topics.